Joining me today on the Train Like a Pro segment is a very special guest, JR Larose. JR is here to talk about his in-demand motivational speaker career, his football background, accomplished football background, and his upcoming award. So I am so excited to have you with me today on the program, JR, and welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to this.
Yes. And how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Actually, I just got home this morning, got landed back in Vancouver this morning. I was coaching in Saskatchewan. I coach up at Cumberland House Cree Nation. And so we just had our first playoff game and we ended up losing. So it was a tough day yesterday, but yeah, it was I tell the kids all the time there's tons of lessons that we can learn in our losses, wins and losses. And so we'll be back bigger and stronger, faster next year.
Yes, and JR, for your award-winning football career, you are coaching and you love it, right? You have that passion for coaching, teaching.
I think it's for me, it's I love when these kids are able to just like for the football team. It's a second year program that I'm coaching, and I've been coaching for years at other teams, but for this one in particular, it's an Indigenous football team that just started 2 years ago, and to see how far they've come is so special to be a part of that, to be part of that growth. But the biggest thing is just being consistent in these kids' lives, consistently showing up where there's a lot of inconsistency. And so this year I was able to coach with my son as well. He was there helping me, my youngest son, his name's Alosy. So yeah, it's I love being around youth, kids, mentoring and coaching.
Well, you are a role model for sure. And I love your quote. You must have a dream and a goal, then a choice to make it happen. And you do it. You practice what you preach, if I may say. You are, I understand, four-time winner of the Jamie Terrace Award of Community Service and nominated four times for the CFL's Tom Petty, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Tom Pate, yeah, Tom Pate.
Outstanding sportsmanship. So on the field and off the field, like I said, you're a role model to many. And I am just so excited. And you are now getting another award. Can you tell our viewers and listener about this champion award?
It's when I was informed that I was winning it a few weeks ago. Um, it's such an honor to be recognized for the work. I mean, I've been doing this work for ever since I've retired from football, working in Indigenous communities. I was doing even while I was playing football, but that was something that was full time. So I think just to be recognized for the work that I've done with these communities, I don't do the work for the recognition, but it's special to be recognized for the work that you do. And so for me, I look at it like this. The reason why I love the type of work that I do is I'm now the man that I needed when I was a kid, and I can show up for these kids and be that person for them. And this is just it's just a special achievement to because from the work that I'm doing with such amazing youth.
And congratulations again. And I would, with the Grey Cup being in Vancouver, I mean, that is so exciting. And I mean, tell us how excited you are.
It's yeah, of course. I mean, we won the Grey Cup. I was part of the Grey Cup winning team in 2011 with the BC Lions, and so the fact that it's home again this year, hopefully, BC will be back in it and having the opportunity to win it. Because I know how special that was to win it. It was 56,000 fans when we won in 2011. To win it at home was something special, something that you remember for the rest of your life. So I'm looking forward to being part of the festivities this time. As a player, you're not really able to partake in the festivities because you're focusing on the game. But now I'm retired. I'm a player. I get to enjoy all the festivities that the Grey Cup has to offer.
Yes, and Jay, are you retired in 2014? Is that correct?
2015. Yeah,
2015,
2014 was my last season. Yeah.
last season. And, tell us about your work as an in-demand motivational speaker. I mean, is it like about 400 presentations? Like you're always on the road. So how, like, tell us, how does it make you feel giving motivational talks to people who they need it, but it is also as a refresher to make them say, I can do this. And as I keep saying, you're a role model. So tell us about your your career?
Well, I think it's yeah, I started really full time in 2015 when I retired from football. But the messaging is this. It's the tagline to my a lot of my presentations is don't allow your situation to become your excuse in life. And
Mm.
I think many of us, regardless of your background, where you come from, how you were raised, life slaps every single one of us in the face. And for me, it's about teaching people tools on how to pick yourself up and not have that victim mentality. Because the biggest thing, one thing that I realized, even at a young age, is when I would make an excuse or kind of for whatever. If simple as just say I got a flat tire, and now instead of having to take a cab, I'm just like, oh well, that's an excuse. Or
Mm.
I think there's so many things that happen in our life that we can now use as almost as a crutch. And for me, it's being able to overcome that and find solutions rather than being a victim. Because the moment we remain a victim, or the moment we quit on things, it now is allowing us to quit on other things when life gets hard on us. And so for me, that quote, "Not don't allow your situation to become your excuses," is something that I apply daily. But my messaging is also about hope. I talk a lot about abuse, family that's struggled with addictions. I was a kid that was abused, and so I think for a lot of it is removing those stigma around seeking help, and that's a big thing, especially for men. Is when they go to seek help, it's almost seen as a weakness, and I think there's more strength in being able to show vulnerability, and so that's a lot of my messaging as well.
Yes, and and then you were injured and you pushed through that. So everything you've gone through has been challenges and obstacles. So you've been injured and you got right back at it, and so can you tell us a little bit about pushing through the injuries?
Yeah, I've been injured. I snapped my leg in half in 2008 when I was playing with Edmonton against Winnipeg. And then I was told I had potentially a career-ending injury the way I did it, because I was a skilled position. I played free safety at the time. And then so I was out a year and a bit. And then I came back. I missed all of 2009 season. 2010, I came back. I was able to come back and play football. I ended up signing with BC. Edmonton didn't want to bring me back. And then again, same thing happens again. I break my leg almost second last game of the season for a second time when as a member of the BC Lions against my former team, the Edmonton Elks. And so you talk about, again, facing that adversity, not once, but twice. Very fortunate, came back from that injury. And then as I get my starting job, this is now 2011, I break my forearm in training camp. So, it's one thing after another. And again, we talk about that quote, not allowing your situation to become your excuses. That I've been told, people have been telling me, majority of my life that you won't obtain this, you won't become that. And for me, it's about proving people wrong. And that's really my biggest motivator. And especially as my kids, I have two boys now that are 21 and 18. It's teaching them that when you face adversity or face some sort of struggle, to be able to push through it. And there's so many teaching moments when we stumble and fall, but the important thing is picking ourselves back up.
Yes, and football has been your sport since you're a little boy, if I may say. And did it save you, like in terms of you know confronting obstacles in your life or in the past, like did football find you or did you find football?
No, I think I started playing football at a late age. I was 15 years old when I started playing football, and football it saved my life. And it sounds so cliche at times, but it really did. I grew up an angry child because of a lot of the abuse that I'd gone through, and for me, it was an outlet. I was able to get out my built up aggression in a controlled environment, and from there, it taught me a lot. It taught me about being accountable. Taught me a lot about leadership. Trusting in your teammate, being there for them, having their back. There's so many life lessons from football, just sports in general. And so football has taught me so much. But the biggest thing is being able to uh, overcome that adversity when times get tough, finding a way.
Oh, wonderful. And have you uh, thought about writing a book?
Yeah, I've I've wrestled with this for years now, probably at least 10 years since retiring. It's been longer than that now, but um, I think a lot of the big thing is I've started doing counseling the last 2 years, and I think now I'm at a place to tackle some of those hard things in my life that I didn't really want to speak about. And so I think now I'm in a place where I'd love to move forward and write this book because I've been talking about it for years now, but just didn't feel like I was ready. Now I do. I feel like I'm ready now. I'm at a point in my life where I would love to write a book.
Well, that's great. Well, I'll be let me know because I'll have you back on the show for sure. And is there anything else you'd like to add, JR, that I didn't ask you?
No. Again, once again, I'm just grateful to be the recipient of this award. I'm really looking forward to it. Have my kids there as well, family. It's something that's special that I get to share with them because they've been a huge part in allowing me as well to get out in the community and speak my truth. And so I'm just looking forward to be surrounded with friends and family.
Thank you so much for your time, and I want you to come back on the show.
For sure, I will. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, JR. Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.